Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the new drug that's been approved by the FDA called Wegovy, and this has been cited as a game changer for weight loss. It might seem like all our dreams have come true. It would be awesome to be able to lose weight while you ate and drank whatever you want. And news media from around the world are leading us to believe this is possible. There was a clip on the news last week touting this miracle drug to the New Zealand public. But is this really true? The research shows us that a double-blind random controlled trial lasting 68 weeks was undertaken, and it had nearly 2,000 participants. So that's pretty good. And it compared the drug with placebo and lifestyle coaching. And the results were fairly significant. There was a weight loss of up to 20% of body weight. And this is pretty difficult to achieve generally. However, at the end of the trial, over the last few weeks, there was a slow creep up in body weight again. So we might need more than 68 weeks to see just how long the effects of this drug do last. How the drug works is it's a GLP-1 agonist. GLP-1, it stands for glucagon-like peptide 1, and this is a hormone. The drug works by copying or mimicking the function of this hormone in your body. And so this helps to lower blood sugar after you've eaten. And it does this in 3 different ways. It stimulates the release of insulin by the pancreas after you've eaten, even before your blood sugar has started to rise. It inhibits the release of glucagon by the pancreas. So glucagon is a hormone that causes the liver to release stored sugar into the bloodstream. And then it slows glucose absorption into the bloodstream even further by reducing the speed that your stomach empties after you eat. And so it makes you feel more full and satisfied after a meal. The drug also stimulates an increase in brown adipose tissue or brown fat, and this is more metabolically active than the white fat. So what's involved in using this drug? Currently, it requires weekly self-injections for the rest of your life. So if you stop injecting, the effects will go away. The drug costs US $1,300 per month, and it's not currently approved for use in New Zealand, so we don't know whether it's going to be funded or not. The company are looking to develop a pill, which would be a lot easier to use, I think, and probably cheaper. Wegovy isn't a cure. It's another drug designed to manage the symptoms. And type 2 diabetes is a dietary disease where individual glucose tolerance, insulin sensitivity, and personal fat threshold have been exceeded. And this results in metabolic disruption. And different people have different tolerances for energy from intake from glucose and fat. If you suffer from being overweight or obese or have type 2 diabetes, it means that somehow you've overwhelmed your system with far too much energy from your diet. And we all have a different tolerance for dietary intakes. I know I have a very low tolerance for carbohydrate intake. My blood sugar goes up very quickly, and my HbA1c can be in that pre-diabetic range, and I gain weight very quickly with a higher carbohydrate diet. And we're all different. And we all know that some people can eat whatever they want and not have any problems, and others of us have to be more careful. We can reverse completely type 2 diabetes, and we can gain control of our weight with dietary changes. Whereas Wegovy, on the other hand, isn't a cure. It just helps control the symptoms. There are a lot of contraindications for this drug, and there is a black box warning which needs to be taken seriously. In animal research, the drug increased the risk of thyroid cancer. And this doesn't mean that it will do that in humans, but it's definitely something that we need to monitor. Other warnings and precautions include pancreatitis, kidney disease, hypoglycemia, and increased complications of diabetic retinopathy. There were also a number of adverse reactions, and these included nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, abdominal pain, headache, fatigue, and depression. It's interesting to note that the researchers for this drug were all employed in some capacity by the pharmaceutical company that conducted the research. It would be great to see this research done in an independent laboratory. Whether this drug turns out to be a game changer in the real world, we'll all have to wait and see. I still think that food has far more important functions in our body than merely just satisfying our appetite. So a drug that means that we can eat whatever we want without gaining weight maybe will mean that we won't pay as much attention to our nutrition and the nutrients that we need, and we may end up with other problems. Anyway, time will tell, I suppose. Thank you, and talk to you again soon.